Assalamu alaikum, my brothers and my sisters. So we often ask the question, how can we be of those who are the Ansar, the companions, those who support our Imam when he returns? And I'm often taken back to the story of Nabi Yusuf alayhi salam. After his brothers had betrayed him and he was a captive and held in the dungeons, he became a great man of esteem to the point of royalty. And his brothers came back and met him when he was of this stature, and they did not recognize him, but he recognized them. And there were 11 of them. And he looked at them, and what he did was, one of the brothers was very close to Yusuf. He was the one that did not betray Yusuf, and he was known as Benjamin. And Benjamin was basically framed by Nabi Yusuf alayhi salam, because Nabi Yusuf wanted Benjamin to stay with him. When they were at the palace, Nabi Yusuf, what he did was placed one of his possessions into the bag of Benjamin, so that when they were leaving the palace, when they were searched, they see that Benjamin had stolen something from Nabi Yusuf. The reason why he did that was because he wanted Benjamin to himself. The brothers kept saying, please do not take our brother Benjamin, our father loves him so, take one of us instead. And Nabi Yusuf replies, as is stated in the Quran, قَالَ مَعَاذَ اللَّهِ أَن نَأْخُذَ إِلَّا مَنْ وَجَدْنَا مَتَاعَنَا عِنْدَهُ. He said, I seek refuge in God to take except the one who we find has our mata', has our possessions. And of course he meant that physical possession, but is that all he meant? Or was it also the reason why he took Benjamin, because he has those spiritual possessions of those attributes that Nabi Yusuf wanted in one of his followers? Is it that Benjamin had the mata' that Yusuf wanted in his heart, inside himself? إِلَّا مَنْ وَجَدْنَا مَتَاعَنَا عِنْدَهُ, except the mata', the one who we find has the possessions that we want, that we desire, that we will take. He makes a scenario where he takes Benjamin. Benjamin doesn't have to think about how he is with the Imam of his time, how he goes to him. The Imam of his time creates a situation where he takes Benjamin to him, because he worked on himself and he was one that Nabi Yusuf wanted. Likewise, my brothers and my sisters, Imam al-Mahdi will look for his mata', will look for those possessions, the spiritual possessions, and then maybe with one of his physical possessions, he creates a situation where he frames us and takes us to him. All you have to work on is yourself, and the heart recognizes the Imam when he reappears. And so now, if we really claim that we love the Imam, then to love someone, you think about them, you remember them. I remember when I first left my home and left my parents to go and study Islam, and every day my mother would call me and say, Hussain, where are you sleeping? What are you eating? How are you eating? Who are you eating with? Are you cold? Are you warm? Do you have clothes, right? Because she loves her son. She remembers her son personally. So if you love the Imam and you wonder, where is he tonight? Is he warm? Is he cold? Is he eating with someone or alone? How is he feeling? When you love someone, you ask about them. You think of them. You call them. You check on them. You might write them a letter. You speak to them in the middle of the night. You remember them. So now we're engaging in a challenge to remember our Imam always. And what we're doing is, we are having an empty photo frame like this one, and we place in our homes as a reminder to us always that when the Imam returns, we want to fill this photo frame with his picture. So it's always just there, sitting there, Whenever you see it, you remember that he's on your mind and you're waiting for that picture.